Welcome back. Today we're counting down the top 10 rare Washington quarter dollars that are making waves in the market and fetching big bucks. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these coins might inspire you to check your change. Let's get started. First up, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark, and why it's becoming more valuable on today's market, especially in extra fine condition. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. From 1932 to 1964, these quarters were made of 90% silver, which is one of the reasons earlier quarters can still hold some decent value today. But by 1965, the U.S. Mint made a significant change. Due to rising silver prices and a coin shortage, the Mint began producing quarters with a composition of copper and nickel, often called clad quarters, and that's where things start to get interesting for the 1965 issue. Now, if you've ever taken a closer look at some U.S. coins, you may have noticed little letters like a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, which indicate where the coin was minted. But if you look at a 1965 Washington quarter, you'll notice there's no mint mark at all. The reason for this is because in 1965, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all coins to deter people from hoarding silver coins during the transition from silver to the new copper-nickel alloy. This was part of an effort to keep coins circulating and avoid a coin shortage. So, every 1965 quarter, regardless of whether it was made in Philadelphia, Denver, or any other mint, was produced without a mint mark. But here's where things get really interesting, especially if you have a 1965 Washington quarter that's in extra fine condition. For those unfamiliar with the grading scale, extra fine or extra fine condition means that the coin still has some of its original luster, and while there may be slight wear, the finer details like Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse are still sharp and defined. Because 1965 was such a pivotal year for the quarter, and most people at the time were using these coins in everyday transactions, finding a 1965 quarter in high-grade conditions like extra fine or even uncirculated is much rarer than you might think. Many quarters from this period were quickly worn down in circulation, so coins that have been preserved well are highly sought after. Okay, so now the question everyone wants to know: how much is this 1965 Washington quarter actually worth in today's market? While the majority of circulated 1965 quarters are only worth their face value, in extra fine condition, things start to change. In extra fine condition, these quarters can fetch anywhere from $50,000 depending on the specific condition and the demand in the market. But what's driving the price up? Well, there's a combination of factors at play. First, as I mentioned earlier, coins from this year are harder to find in pristine condition. Secondly, as more collectors seek out transitional coins like the 1965 quarter coins that mark a significant change in minting history, the demand for them grows. Now, here's something really exciting: some 1965 quarters are worth even more due to errors. While it's rare, a few 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on silver planchets instead of the new copper-nickel ones. These error coins are extremely valuable. Can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, one of these rare errors recently sold for over $90,500, so if you have a 1965 quarter, it's worth checking to see if it weighs a bit more than a regular copper-nickel quarter, as that could be a telltale sign it's a silver error coin. To sum it all up, while the average 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark might not seem like much, finding one in extra fine condition can significantly increase its value. And if you happen to stumble upon one of those rare silver error coins, well, you've hit the jackpot. If you're interested in identifying the condition of your quarter, you can use a magnifying glass to check for wear on the high points, and if you have a scale, weigh the coin. A standard 1965 copper-nickel quarter should weigh 5.67 grams, while a silver error quarter would weigh about 6.25 grams. That's all for today's video, folks. If you've got a 1965 Washington quarter, especially in extra fine condition, don't overlook it. It could be worth more than you think. Next up, exciting and valuable, find a 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a rare error mint mark that has become one of the most sought-after coins in today's market. This little piece of American history may look like your average quarter, but don't be fooled. This is a 1980 Washington quarter, and due to a rare minting error, it's worth far more than its face value. If you happen to have one of these coins in your collection or even rattling around in your pocket change, stick around to find out just how much value you could be holding in your hand. First, let's talk about the Washington Quarter design itself. The Washington Quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design has remained largely the same, with minor changes over the years. But today, we're focusing on the 1980 quarter, and specifically, one with a rare error involving the mint mark. Let's break it down. In 1980, the United States Mint produced quarters at several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These are identified by small letters, either a PD or SS, near the bottom right of Washington's portrait, just above the date. The error we're interested in today, however, revolves around some misstruck or misaligned mint marks. Errors like these can include doubled mint marks, partial mint marks, or even missing mint marks entirely, each of which can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Now take a look at this. Notice how the mint mark is either faint, doubled, or completely misaligned. This is what we call an error coin. These kinds of mistakes weren't caught during production and were released into circulation, making them rare collectibles today. But how valuable are these coins today? Well, you might be surprised. Error coins, especially those in very good or mint condition, are highly desirable among collectors. As of today, Washington quarters from 1980 with mint mark errors can fetch anywhere from $280,000 depending on the type of error and the coin's condition. Some quarters with significant errors, such as an entirely missing mint mark or severe doubling, have sold for much more at auctions, reaching up to $300,000 or even more. Why such high prices? Well, it's simple: rarity and demand. These error coins were produced in very limited numbers, and those that survive in good condition are even scarcer. Coin collectors, especially those who specialize in error coins, are willing to pay a premium for these unique pieces. When assessing the value of your 1980 Washington quarter with a mint mark error, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from good to mint state. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in very fine or uncirculated condition with mint errors can fetch significantly higher prices compared to heavily circulated one. But you can also do a basic check at home. Look for signs of wear, especially around the high points of the coin, like Washington's hair, the eagle on the reverse, and of course the mint mark. If your coin shows minimal signs of wear and the error is clear and visible, you could be holding a valuable piece of numismatic history. Sending your coin to be graded will give you a certification of its condition and authenticity, which is critical when selling to collectors. Coins with a certified grade often sell for much more than those that haven't been professionally evaluated. Once you know what you have, where can you sell it? There are plenty of options for selling rare coins today. You can list your coin on online auction sites like eBay, attend a coin show, or even approach a dealer who specializes in error coin. Make sure to research the market before selling, as the value of these coins can fluctuate depending on demand and condition. Keep an eye on auction results and sales trends to get a feel for what your coin is worth. So, there you have it. A 1980 Washington quarter with a mint mark error could be worth far more than you think. It's always worth checking your change for hidden treasures. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare and valuable coin. Next up, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark. You might be surprised to learn just how rare and valuable this coin can be, even in less than perfect condition. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin features a left-facing portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, representing strength and freedom. Over the decades, this coin has gone through several design changes, but it remains a staple in American currency. In 1965, significant changes were occurring in the U.S. minting process. The introduction of the Coinage Act of 1965 led to a temporary reduction in the silver content of coins. This year marked a shift from 90% silver to a copper-nickel composition for quarters, aiming to combat a silver shortage. Interestingly, all 1965 quarters produced were supposed to feature a mint mark to indicate where they were struck. The Philadelphia Mint produced a significant quantity of quarters without a mint mark, leading to confusion and a sense of rarity among collectors. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is considered rare, particularly in lower grades, while the Philadelphia Mint produced a staggering 1.9 billion quarters that year. The specific quarters without mint marks stand out to collectors. These coins were often overlooked due to their condition, but many now recognize their unique status. Even in bad condition, these coins can still hold significant value. A quarter that has seen better days scratches, wear, and tarnish can be valued between $100,000. However, well-preserved specimens have been known to fetch much higher prices, especially if authenticated and graded. Now, let's talk about market value. Recent sales data shows that 1965 quarters without mint marks have been sold at auction for up to $200,000 or more, depending on their condition and grade. Coins in fine condition have reached prices as high as $400,000. In uncirculated condition, prices can soar to $500,000 or more. Many collectors seek out these quarters for their collections, and with the rise of online platforms like eBay and auction houses, the demand has grown. But remember, condition is everything. Coins with higher grades attract premium prices, so it's wise to get them appraised. So, how can you tell if your 1965 Washington quarter is without a mint mark? First, check the obverse side for the year. If there's no mint mark beneath the "In God We Trust" inscription, you have a Philadelphia Mint coin. Next, assess its condition. Look for wear and tear, and consider using a magnifying glass for finer details. To accurately value your coin, you might want to refer to coin grading resources or consult with a professional appraiser. You can also compare your coin against online databases to see recent sales of similar coin. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark may not be the most widely recognized coin in numismatic circles, but its rarity and value make it a treasure worth uncovering. So, check your change jars, coin collections, and even your grandparents' old coins. You never know what you might find. Next up, the 1986 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark. This coin isn't just a piece of change, it could be worth a surprising amount of money in today's market. So make sure you stick around until the end to find out just how much it could be worth. First, let's talk about what makes the 1986 Washington quarter special. Struck by the United States Mint, the Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1986, the coin had undergone some design changes but remained true to its roots. On the obverse side, we see the iconic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse features a depiction of a majestic eagle, which is a symbol of strength and freedom. It's important to note that the D mint mark signifies it was minted in Denver, Colorado. Now, let's discuss the coin's condition. The term extra fine or EF refers to coins that have minimal wear and still display sharp details. An EF 1986 Washington quarter with a D mint mark means this coin has been well preserved, making it particularly appealing to collectors. Let's get to the exciting part, the market value. As of now, an EF 1986 Washington quarter with a D mint mark can be valued anywhere between $420,000. However, this can vary based on demand and the specific marketplace. In recent years, certain quarters have sold for even higher prices, especially if they are part of a complete set or if they are accompanied by certification from a reputable grading service. Factors like scarcity, collector interest, and condition can dramatically affect the price. If you're interested in buying or selling a 1986 D quarter, there are a few avenues you can explore. Local coin shops are a great place to start as they can offer hands-on evaluations. Online marketplaces like eBay and Etsy also provide opportunities, but always check the seller's reputation before making a purchase. Another option is to attend coin shows or auctions. These events can be an excellent way to find rare coins and meet fellow collectors. Just remember, the key to a successful transaction is to do your research and understand the current market trends. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips for aspiring coin collectors. Always handle coins with care, using gloves if possible, to avoid adding any oils or dirt from your hands. Invest in a good quality coin album or holder to protect your collection from wear and tear. Also, consider joining a local coin club or online forum. Networking with other collectors can provide valuable insights and potential trading opportunities. Remember, the thrill of collecting isn't just about the monetary value but the history and stories behind each coin. So, there you have it. The 1986 Washington quarter dollar with a D mint mark is more than just a coin, it's a piece of history that could be worth quite a bit in the right condition. If you have this coin in your collection, make sure to take good care of it. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. This coin might look ordinary, but there's so much more to it than meets the eye. Stick around as we explore its value, rarity, and why it's a treasure worth your attention. First, let's talk a little about the Washington quarter itself. The coin was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this iconic quarter features a profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, a design that's become a staple of American currency. By the time we reached 1984, the quarter had gone through several design changes, but the essence of George Washington's legacy remained unchanged. The 1984 quarters were minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver, which is where our focus lies today. Now, what exactly is a mint mark? Mint marks are small letters on coins that indicate where they were produced. In the case of the 1984 Washington quarter, D indicates that it was minted in Denver. This is crucial because mint marks can significantly impact a coin's value and rarity. While the Philadelphia mint mark is represented by a P and the San Francisco mint by an S, the Denver mint has produced some interesting varieties over the years. The 1984 D quarter, while not the most common, certainly holds its own in terms of interest among collectors. Now, let's get to the meat of the matter: rarity and condition. Coins are graded based on their condition, and in numismatics, this can make all the difference in value. A very good condition coin, like our 1984 D quarter, has minimal wear, clear details, and is free of major scratches or marks. On the grading scale, very good is typically one step above good, which means collectors consider it to have some historical value and aesthetic appeal. Coins in very good condition are much rarer than those that show signs of heavy wear. So, what is the current market value of a 1984 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in very good condition? Well, based on current trends, you could be looking at values ranging from $250,000 depending on where you sell it. However, pristine examples can fetch much higher prices at auctions or from collectors who are particularly passionate about their collections. Some collectors have even reported sales reaching upwards of $330,000 for high-quality pieces. This is largely due to the demand for well-preserved coins and the allure of the Washington Quarter series as a whole. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1984 D quarter, there are few options available. Local coin shops are always a good place to start, as well as online marketplaces like eBay, where you can find numerous listings and gauge current market prices. Remember to check the seller's ratings and reviews before making any transactions. And if you're really serious about coin collecting, consider attending coin shows or joining local collector clubs for networking and education. So, there you have it. 1984 Washington quarter with a D mint mark may not seem like a big deal at first glance, but it certainly holds its place in the hearts of collectors and history buffs alike. Whether you've stumbled upon one in your change or are looking to start your collection, understanding the value and rarity of this coin can enhance your numismatic journey. Next up, we explore a true gem in the coin collection, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a P mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about rare coins, you'll want to stick around for this one. The Washington quarter dollar was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin has become an iconic representation of American currency. Each year, the design has remained largely the same, but there are some significant variations, particularly in terms of mint marks and rarity. The 1985 Washington quarter features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse, symbolizing strength and freedom. What makes the 1985 quarter particularly special is its mintage and the presence of the P mint mark, indicating it was produced in Philadelphia. When we talk about coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1985 quarter with the P Mint mark is generally categorized under various grading systems. In extra fine condition, this quarter is in remarkable shape. You'll notice clear details in Washington's hair and on the eagle's feathers, which makes it more desirable among collectors. Now, let's get to the juicy part, the value. As of today, an extra fine 1985 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark can fetch anywhere between $80,000 depending on where you buy or sell it. However, if you come across one in uncirculated condition, you might be looking at values upward of $180,000 or even more in some cases. In conclusion, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with a P Mint mark is not just a piece of change, it's a potential treasure. Whether you're an avid collector or just someone with a coin jar, always keep an eye out for these unique finds. You never know what hidden gems you might discover. Next up, the 1983 Washington quarter dollar with a P Mint mark. If you've ever wondered why this particular coin has gained such attention in the market, stay tuned as we explore its history, rarity, condition, and current market value. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it features a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, symbolizing freedom and strength. Over the decades, this coin has undergone several design changes, but the classic representation of Washington has remained a beloved staple in American numismatics. Fast forward to 1983, a year that holds significance for this coin. The United States Mint produced a large number of quarters that year, but the 1983 P Mint mark quarter stands out due to its scarcity and unique characteristics. Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P, minted these coins without the D or S mint marks that are found on coins produced in Denver and San Francisco, respectively. Now, let's talk about rarity. While millions of quarters are produced each year, not all are created equal. The 1983 P Mint mark quarter in extra fine condition is particularly sought after by collectors. Coins in extra fine condition show some signs of wear but still maintain most of their original detail and luster. The rarity of the 1983 quarter can be attributed to several factors, including its lower production compared to other years and the natural attrition of coins over time. So, what's this coin worth today? Depending on its condition and market demand, a 1983 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark can fetch impressive prices. As of now, a quarter in extra fine condition can range from $600,000 with higher values seen at auctions or private sales. Rarely, if the coin is in uncirculated condition, it could potentially reach $800,000 or more. This makes it not only a collector's item but also a smart investment for numismatists. To ensure you're purchasing an authentic 1983 P Mint mark quarter, it's essential to familiarize yourself with grading techniques. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for wear and tear and compare it to reputable grading standards. Additionally, purchasing from trusted dealers or certified auctions can help you avoid counterfeit coin. In conclusion, the 1983 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark is not just another coin, it's a piece of history that reflects the art and value of American currency. For collectors, understanding the market and maintaining your collection can be incredibly rewarding. Keep an eye out for this rare quarter, as it might just be a hidden gem in your change jar. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a D Mint mark, especially in extra fine condition. So, let's explore why this coin is a gem in the market today. To appreciate the 1980 Washington quarter, we must first understand its history. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin has undergone several changes over the years, but its iconic representation of Washington has remained consistent. Initially minted in 90% silver, the quarter shifted to a copper-nickel composition in 1965. This change was crucial for production during a time of rising silver prices. By the time we reached the 1980 quarter, the design was well established, but it also marked an era of meticulous minting processes that affected coin values significantly. Now, let's talk about mint marks. The 1980 Washington quarter was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver Mint mark, represented by the letter D, indicates that this particular coin was struck in Denver, Colorado. Coins with the D Mint mark are often sought after by collectors, especially in higher grades like extra fine. To find the mint mark, flip the coin over and look just to the right of the eagle on the reverse side. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, making those with a D or S mark much more desirable. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is paramount. The 1980 Washington quarter can be found in various conditions, ranging from good to uncirculated. However, an extra fine condition, characterized by minimal wear and clear details, is particularly rare. In extra fine condition, you can still see the original luster of the coin. The design elements, including Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, remain sharp and distinct. This clarity contributes significantly to its market value. So, what is the current market value of the 1980 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark in extra fine condition? As of today, prices can range from $470,000 depending on the specific condition and the seller's market. However, keep in mind that prices can fluctuate based on demand and collector interest. Recent auction results have shown some sales exceeding these averages, especially for coins graded by professional grading services. If you have one of these coins, it's worth getting it appraised. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark in extra fine condition is more than just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history and a potential treasure in today's market. If you find one in your collection, cherish it. Who knows what it might be worth in the future? Next up, the 1998 Washington quarter dollar, specifically the one with the P Mint mark. We'll explore what makes this coin special, its historical context, features, and why it holds significant value in today's market. So, grab your magnifying glass. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design features the profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Over the years, this coin has gone through various design changes, but the classic portrait of Washington has remained a symbol of American coinage. In 1998, the United States Mint produced quarters with two different mint marks, the P for Philadelphia and the D for Denver. The P Mint mark signifies that these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is significant because it represents the first time a P Mint mark was used on circulating quarters. Now, let's take a closer look at the specifications of the 1998 Washington quarter. The coin has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and weighs 5.67 grams. It is composed of a copper-nickel blend, which means it contains 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, you'll see the image of an eagle, which symbolizes strength and freedom. In 1998, the reverse design remained the same as previous years, but the quality of the strike can vary widely. In terms of design, the P Mint mark is located just to the right of Washington's neck. This small detail is crucial for collectors, as it identifies the mint where the coin was produced. When it comes to coin collecting, the condition or grade of a coin plays a vital role in its value. The term extra fine refers to a grade where the coin shows only minor wear. You can still see all the details clearly, with a minimum of scratches or marks. 1998 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark in extra fine condition is considered rare. While millions were minted, only a limited number have survived in excellent condition. Collectors highly value these pieces, and their rarity can significantly impact their market value. So what can you expect to pay for a 1998 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark in extra fine condition? As of now, these coins are being valued in the market anywhere from $290,000, depending on factors such as the specific condition and demand among collectors. In some cases, if you find one that is especially well preserved or has a unique feature, it could fetch even higher prices at auction. For example, certified coins from reputable grading services tend to command premium prices. If you're looking to start your collection or invest in coins, here are some tips. First, always handle your coins with care. Use gloves to avoid oils from your fingers that could damage the surface. Secondly, store your coins properly in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight. Consider using coin holders or albums designed to protect them from wear and tear. Finally, stay informed. Follow coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces to get a sense of the current trends and values in the coin collecting community. So there you have it, the 1998 Washington quarter dollar with a P mint mark. Its unique history, beautiful design, and rarity make it a sought-after piece for collectors. If you own one of these coins, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting insights, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Happy collecting, and see you next time.